In today's video, I'm going to talk about how I think about my DeFi portfolio, show you behind the scenes of my cash flow portfolio, how I think about it. We'll look at maybe 2 protocols, depending how much time we have. And we'll look at my bull run bag and how I think about taking profit or moving the profits from my DeFi portfolio and injecting it into blue chips or into alts. Now, we're not going to look at everything. We'll probably look at VFAT, we'll look at Beefy, and we'll look at my ledger. I do have a Tangem card with almost 6 figures on it. And then I do have multiple chains, and I actually have 2 wallets that I use now. That said, we're just going to look at some of the simple stuff. I do want to say, and one of our members left this somewhere, and I wish I could find it, but actually, sweet, there it is. My portfolio may not be the largest, but I consistently achieve my target of 10% returns per month. I hope we understand how much 10% a month is. I still see people gambling and trying to get 18, 20, 1% per day. It's like, no wonder you get rugged and effed, or you grab coins and tokens that get rugged, or they're just scammy, because to get those kind of returns, you can't expect that. 10% a month will make you freaking rich in such a short period of time. I'm not talking months, but you compound that out 12, 24 months from now. I don't care how small of a portfolio you start with. I didn't start with a lot. And now it's like, today I was laughing because I'm throwing around 100 grand here, 100 grand there. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And it's just like, pinch me, whoa, this is my reality. But I've also been in this every single day for years. People start this DeFi journey and they're like, oh, in 3 months. And then they quit after 3 months. I'm like, you're not going to master anything in 3 months. Stick with it. Additionally, I have another DeFi portfolio focused on blue chip assets where I employ a yield on yield strategy to further enhance returns. We're going to talk about all of this. I'm really excited for it. If you are in the UIG, big shout out. Of course, 4.0 has launched, so some things have moved. Please find the end of week reports now in the reports, guides, and reviews section. Check out these reports. Super, super valuable. We talk about markets overall. We do talk at 3 different pools to look at, and we do deep research that I hope everyone is doing before you get into a position. Your research should look like this. I know I'm being really direct, but it's like I hate seeing people lose money. They don't do any of this. They're just like, oh, this looks like good return, and they get into it, and I'm like, what are you doing? All right, let's talk. This is people call this the secret. People are just like, ooh, this is not a secret. This is not difficult. Once you master it, it's a system, it's repeatable. I'm in typically, mostly blue chip positions. So here, whatever this is, a couple $100 a day, $1,500 a week, yields are a little bit down. This has been averaging around $300 per day. This portfolio here. Over on Beefy, I'm doing another $100 or so, $115. This was averaging around $200 per day. Heavy on the Bitcoin side of things, which has been awesome. Every single day, I collect $20, $30, $40, $50, $60 in fees. And you can see, since I started this, I collected $400 and then $800 and then $1,300. And now I'm at around $1,600 in fees. And what's great is this auto compounds me back into more Bitcoin. I'm just buying Bitcoin every single day. And then I take profit, especially on VFAT. I take that and I buy, especially, so I take this. I think you guys probably know yield on yield. I talk about it all the time. It's kind of a UIG original, but I take that yield and I lend it out. That stable coin makes me a return, but I sit on more and more stable coins. So when the markets got obliterated a few weeks ago, I deployed most of my stable coin, was able to make a quick 12, 13, 15%. A lot of this portfolio was built during that nice little red couple days we had. And then every time the markets pull back, I'm able to redeploy into my bull run bag. Looks like it's up another $11,000 today. And then $10,000, $11,000. And then as I hit my ladder outs, I'm able to take profit off the table. When markets correct, I'm able to redeploy. It's a rinse and repeat system. I think a lot of people are getting very greedy and they're making very short-term decisions trying to make an extra couple bucks today, but then they lose 1,000 tomorrow. It's like, what are you doing? If we're not thinking 3 months, 6 months, even multi-cycles out in the future, the chances of success in this game are going to be very low. We talk about this in the UIG all the freaking time. P.S. Please, this investor mindset group, the attendance every week has been growing like crazy. So much of this is a mindset. So much of this is how you mentally approach this, because how you think about it is going to dictate how you feel about it, and how you feel about it is going to dictate fundamentally the actions you take. Why do some people make a ton of money when the markets are in chaos while most don't? Same event is happening, the exact same opportunity. Two different people. One wrecks themselves, locks in the losses, and leaves the game. The other gets filthy rich. What's the difference? This thing. How they see it, how they think about it, dictates how they feel about it. And a lot of people, how they think about something causes a ton of fear and they run. Whereas to someone else, they see opportunity and excitement. Interesting. I know I'm being a little brutal, but I see these YouTube comments sometimes and it's like, I got into this altcoin and I thought it would pump and it didn't and I lost all my money. It's like, well, what were you expecting getting into one altcoin thinking you'd get rich? What are you doing? Well, what is the strategy? Have you done the research necessary, or have you at least looked at the research done by others, which is why we built the UIG, because we do a ton of research. But either way, it's like, if we're just guessing and looking for pools and just getting into stuff because we're looking at volume and returns and TVL and we're like, oh, this must be good. I'm just like, so much more goes into it. And I have this love-hate relationship with YouTube because I think people jump into stuff they see on the screen or from someone else, which is why we try to not share positions often, because it's not the position that's the opportunity. This is a writer down. It is not the position. It's not the pair of assets. It's not the asset itself that's the opportunity. It's what's the plan around it? What's the entry? How are we playing this out? We're also really getting into leverage. Let me know in the comments if you want more content on this. We're creating some really good strategies and frameworks in the UIG and especially fast track clients around this. But like longing, if you're really, really bullish on the market and if things are in an uptrend, yeah, you could make 2, 3, 4, 5 times more by longing your yield farming positions. You could short stuff. You could go delta neutral, which we've been talking about that for probably 3, 4 months. And we're really rolling out step-by-step kind of manuals, so to speak, now, step-by-step instructions on how to do so, and it works. And we've proven that it works. There's so much to this. We're actually launching a mastermind, which is going to be free for UIG members once you hit a certain amount inside the investor challenge. Once you get through certain challenges in the challenge, something called the Infinite Mastermind game is going to unlock. The Infinite Mastermind is going to be a monthly Zoom room where we actually share even more advanced strategies. Your mind will be blown by what's possible in DeFi. And a lot of people are just scratching the surface and they make a couple dollars and they think they mastered it. There's so much more to it. And we want you a part of that game. If you have not yet joined the podcast, then do so. We will be sharing more and more advanced strategies and tactics and ideas on the podcast. Plus, we cover a wide range of topics on the podcast. And if you haven't liked this video yet, subscribe to the channel and are consuming the content on this channel. We release a video every single day because we want you to win. But without your support, this YouTube channel doesn't grow. So if something landed, like the video, leave a comment below, share the video with someone who maybe will find value in it. And with that said, I'm going to get out of here. Appreciate you. Peace.